What's up, fam? It's the Empress. She's back. We're gonna talk about courting today. I had initially did a video about courting, and somehow YouTube stayed playing games with me. Somehow it didn't upload all the way, and then I don't know if I rolled over on my phone. I had it open. It somehow deleted it off my phone, which is pretty interesting because it should be in recently deleted. This is iPhone. You know what I mean? But we ain't gonna talk about that right now. We just gonna talk about courting. All right. So courting is it's a very important thing to focus on. Okay, when it comes to relationships, the process of courting tells you basically the red flags, right? So what you see in somebody before we become an item. These are the things that a lot of us we tend to ignore and we tend to overlook, and then we're sitting here beating our asses up because we messed up and did not heed to the signs, the flags, right? So part of avoiding these problems or these potential problems is to understand what it is that we want for ourselves and be able to apply these boundaries ahead of time before we even have to worry about them later on in a relationship. Okay, so give me a minute, y'all. I'm about to sneeze, y'all. My nose is like, woo, about to sneeze. Woo, told y'all it was coming, y'all. It was itching my nose. So part of what y'all should do, and this is something I used to do when I was young. I first started doing the courting process when I was in my early teens, and I always knew what I didn't want in a relationship. What do you need?
I want Dad to pick me up early after.
Like, y'all. All right. So part of the courting process of what I used to do when I was younger was that I used to basically sit down and write down the things that I wanted in my life, like what I envisioned to be the perfect individual for me in a relationship. Okay. And so I tailored myself around writing down a pros, obviously, in a man, like what I envision and what I would accept and what I wouldn't accept, right? So what I did was, when I first began dating, I took a sheet, okay, and I asked questions. And this is something that I feel that everybody should do, because when you first meet somebody, you don't have no emotional attachment to this individual. You have no relationship with them. There's no time wasted. So if initially this person does not check off things for you that you like in a person and what you will not accept, then this is an easy vetting. It's like a vetting process, okay? What I would not accept in somebody. Do a little screening sheet. I used to do this, and it was so funny because I weed out a lot of creeps because of my vetting sheet, okay? My screening sheet, what I did was I would ask things that I personally would not accept. So, for example, I asked things like, do you have kids? Have you ever been in jail? Have you ever committed a crime? What do you think about your mother? Things like, where do you see yourself in 5 years? I would ask these questions, and these questions, I use them to vet the creeps. People that are not serious will tell you, in 5 years, I don't see myself married. And then, you got to run. What do you see yourself doing? Some people say stupid shit like, I just see myself working, or I see myself doing this, or I see myself. So that person's not going to match what your vision is. And it's very important not to invest on people that are initially telling you, I do not want a relationship. I do not want marriage. I do not want a family. Because a lot of times what we tend to do is we tend to ignore these things. We tend to waste all our time thinking that we can make somebody change their mind, their processes. No, you can't. If someone tells you, I have no interest in having a family, do not get upset when they don't want in life. You trying to sit here 10 years later still trying to have a family and they don't want that shit. Because they told you from the jump, this is not something I want. You cannot force people to do what you want, no matter how y'all may feel about that, okay? So before you invest your time and your energy into somebody, you should ask these questions. When you make the first initial exchange, boom, you gave the person your phone number. There is no feelings there. There's none. All there is attraction. Okay, they good looking. You know what I'm saying? You don't know who the fuck that is. You talking to a whole stranger at that point in time. Take your ass, pipe your hormones down, and use your fucking common sense and your logic. Write down questions for the person. You know what I'm saying? And if you realize after you're done with the questionnaire, let's say, hey, you know what? This person seems like it would be a good match for me. Okay. What is your next step? You know what I'm saying? Hey, let's go out for this. Let's go out for that. I personally will talk to y'all later about like females, how I don't think you should ever allow a man to invite you out for coffee because that's bullshit. A guy should spend more than $1 on a fucking item for you if they're taking you out on a date. It will cheap men take women out for coffee. Men that value you, respect you, and see you as a future wife will take you out to a luxurious dinner. Okay? A man that just wants to play with you, wants to keep you as an option, maybe just fuck you a couple of times, will invite you out to a diner. Understand, you got to look at the man and you got to set your respect levels. All right, you going out for coffee, you know what you're telling this man? I'm worth $1. Don't do that. Give yourself the respect that you deserve as a woman, right? As a woman, what would I accept from a man? What do I want from a man? And then as you set in your own mind what you want, because you need to know what you want before you jump into anything with anybody. Some of y'all don't know what the fuck you're doing or what you want or where you standing. You're just taking whatever the hell they're putting out there. All right? When you have already done the screening of this individual, let's say they passed the screening, right? You asked all the stuff, they passed, blah, 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 boom. Now you turn around and you go on your date. All right? What are you doing on your date? Obviously, you're getting to know the person. You're getting to enjoy the person. But you're also being observant. You're listening to what they're saying. You're listening to like things like whether they keep talking about an ex. That's an alarm you should probably run from. You know what I'm saying? What are they talking to you about? Are they talking to you about building or creating? What is this person talking to you about? What are we doing? Because I'm not going to go on no date with no guy and then all of a sudden the guy's about to be like, well, you know, I'm dating and putting myself back out there, but I just broke up with my ex, Julia, who did this and this and that. No, you still hung up on Julia. You got to go by. Because if Julia pops her head up, guess what's going to happen to your ass? You about to be a third party. See what I'm saying? Because they still hooked on Julia. So use your common sense. Because everybody has this. Even if y'all try to act like y'all don't, you got it. Y'all just don't want to practice it. Okay? Use common sense to avoid getting hurt. So that you don't find yourself later on in life sitting here looking at yourself like, damn, fuck. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm heartbroken. I don't got this. I don't got that. This person did me this way. But you allowed that person to do you that way because you didn't take the precautionary measures to determine whether this was the person for you, whether this was the right fit. Okay? Ask questions. What is that going to... Listen, if you're afraid, you're going to run them off, then they wasn't for you. You know what I'm saying? Some of y'all refuse to ask questions because you're afraid to turn the person off, then you're not for me. I need to know who you are. What if, you know what I'm saying, in a couple of months from now or a year from now, we end up getting together, having a child. Now I am someone that's going to be in your life forever and you're going to be in mine forever. I need to know if you're a convicted felon. I need to know what you're doing out here in the streets. I need to know if you push weight. I need to know if you've murdered anybody. These are fucking viable questions that a lot of y'all don't ask. You know what I'm saying? If you out here talking about how you don't pay no child support because your baby mama's this and your baby mama's that, and that means you're going to be a deadbeat dad. That's what that's telling me. So why would I want to bring a child into this world with you? You're going to do me the same way you did that bitch. The same exact way. So why would I want to put myself in the position to think that I'm better than she is or she was? You know what I'm saying? You can't be ignorant and arrogant in this world. You cannot, because that's how the universe humbles you. All right? You guys need to understand that what you allow and what you see and you turn your blind eye to will come back to haunt you. These are flags. All right? Someone that doesn't want to invest in you is not a good person. It does not matter how y'all want to sit here and try to act like you're better than and you're holier than thou and how you're not materialistic and you're not this and you're not that. Ain't nobody fucking asked you if you was materialistic. I didn't ask you that. I'm telling you to give yourself respect. There's a difference. I didn't say, hey, go buy me a fucking Lamborghini on my first date. Now, did I? No. What I'm telling you is set values. Set the ground so that if this moves forward into a relationship with this energy, you have respect from this person. You've got somewhat the life that you said you wanted. But y'all jump into this shit and you don't ask these questions. Y'all fuck these people. That's another episode I'm going to talk about. Sex. Why are we sitting here having sex with just anybody? Have y'all ever heard of spiritual demons? There's a such thing. There is a such thing. Okay? How you represent yourself is how you will be treated. If you say, I am only worth $1 coffee, that's how you will be treated. Like a cheap person that ain't worth shit. And guess what? When they kick you to the curb, remember, to him, you was only $1. See the difference? There's a difference when you set values for yourself. Okay? There's many women out here that need to understand that they are a prize and you don't. You don't see yourself that way. Maybe it's child traumas. Maybe it has something to do with like lack of parenting. I don't fucking know, bro. Low self-esteem. Like, listen. You live in a world where you should understand that you create. You create things. You're the creator. That's why you show up as the Empress in the tarot cards. There's a reason why you're like that. Okay? Give yourself an Empress value. Why are you chasing up after a man that don't want you? Why? You know what I'm saying? Y'all need to get this through your head and understand that it's so very important to like vet your person before you get into this shit. So that when you're knees deep into this crap, you understand where you went wrong. We go wrong when we don't vet these people. When we go, oh my God, because you're so needy. You know what I'm saying? Some of y'all are fucking needy. You just met this motherfucker and you texting him 300 paragraphs. Why are you doing that weird shit? Why are you sweating somebody like that? Why are you acting like you desperate? Do you know that when a man sees a woman acting desperate like that, that man will play with you? That man knows you got daddy issues. He knows you want attention. A woman that's a high value woman like me would never sweat no guy. I'd be like, let me tell y'all how I am. I'm just going to tell you how I am. Once I've done the vetting process, and there's things that I've realized that I will not accept from you and things that I will accept from you because I'm very upfront and I'll tell you from the beginning, hey, these are my boundaries. Don't fucking put your hands on me. Straight up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not going to do that. We're not doing that weird shit. Don't start with your verbal abuse because I will leave you. Straight up. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to support you. I'm not here to do that. You're the man. You're the provider. I'm the nurturer. I'll take care of you when you're sick. Obviously, you got to be my husband because I'm not just about to take care of any bum. If you can't give me the title of a wife, then you don't even deserve to be with me. That's just facts. But at the end of the day, I'll make sure you're taken care of and I'll make sure the house is taken care of and our children taken care of. However, you will respect me. You will treat me like the queen that I am because at the moment in time that you start treating me like less than, then you are no longer my king. You are no longer viewed as my king. Okay? It's very easy to condition yourself to accept abuse when you sit there and you accept just about anything because you're afraid that they're going to run off or you're afraid to be alone. Okay, next. Do you know how many people are out here? How many men are out here that want women that don't give a fuck about a thing, that will give you a house and take care of you and provide for you? But you're afraid about this bum that's in the corner hustling. Think about that for a minute, y'all, because sometimes we really need to like evaluate things and just say, hey, you know, where did I go wrong? Where have I gone wrong? The moment in time you put another person in front of you, that's where you went wrong. You forgot your value. You forgot your value, sis. You did. You thought in your mind, that's okay that he got like 7 baby mamas. I'll be number 8. Okay, and where's your value at? You and the other fucking 6 idiots are an idiot. Straight up. Because he didn't do the first one right, did he now? Did he now? Why do you think he has so many baby mamas? Okay, we women become so fucking broken, and then we don't heal, and we get with the next man, and then that person, we have kids with them, and then we have all these different baby daddies. And the reason why we do that is because we go from one unhealed motherfucker to another unhealed motherfucker, and we create this toxic ass pattern. And all these bums that you fail to vet and fail to fucking acknowledge are now sitting here thinking in their head, well, I could just be with her, you know what I'm saying, because she's got mad kids. No, bitch, that don't mean shit. Having mad kids don't mean a motherfucking thing. You could be married and be married to someone that's very toxic and horrible and leave them and have mad kids. You know what I'm saying? Get with someone else, and I realize this motherfucker's a straight up psychopath that needs to be on medicine, and leave that, but you already had a kid with that person. You know what I'm saying? End up with a third motherfucker. Just because you have multiple baby daddies don't mean shit, bro. Stop knocking yourself down. Don't let men brainwash you to think that you are less than because you got multiple baby daddies. All that means is that you didn't do your job to vet. You didn't vet correctly. Because had you vetted correctly, you would have stopped at the second one and been like, hey. And y'all need to stop having kids with just anybody. Some of y'all, I don't know what the fuck is wrong with y'all. I don't. Y'all literally are like, I don't know if y'all are needy, and that's obviously child trauma, but y'all need to stop pushing babies out for men that haven't earned that. A man that hasn't put you in your own house has not earned you pushing a child out. You're a single mom working a 9 to 5, busting your ass, and you out here getting pregnant. What the fuck is you doing, girl? What the fuck is you doing? You creating a problem for yourself. I don't give a fuck how much in love you think you is. If that motherfucker ain't in love with you enough to put you up in a house, then that person right there, you don't want to push a child out for that person. Because you're going to be in this alone. You're going to struggle alone. You won't find yourself with just you and your child alone. Give yourself the value and the respect that you deserve. Vet the bums before they become the father of your kids. Before they be wasting your time, and then you be sitting here all sad crying over where you think shit went wrong. It went wrong at the first step. It went wrong when you didn't vet them, when you didn't question them. And when you sat there and you tolerated, when you said, I don't accept these things. I don't want you to cuss at me, hit me, or do this. And you out here accepting them, calling you all kinds of bitches and hoes. Cheating on you, everybody that walks around. So what you teaching that man? This is how I want to be treated. This is how I'll accept you to treat me, even though I told you I didn't want you to treat me like that. Understand. Men will only get away with whatever you allow them to get away with, right? So at the end of the day, they will only get away again with what you allow them to get away with. You are responsible for your future. You're responsible to protect yourself. All right? You're responsible to protect your heart and your coochie and your dick. You know what I'm saying? That's all you're responsible for. And if you can't do that, then I can't help you in life, because at the end of the day, just like when you lay up in bed, do you be like, oh, well, I'm just going to let a random guy that I just met like 2 weeks ago, because some of y'all are very fucking fast, and you jump into bed, and that makes men think that they don't have to give you anything because you're so quick to get into bed. You know what I'm saying? You out here fucking a dude, and you're not even asking this man, hey, do you got a condom? Hey, girl, do you know that there is AIDS? Do you know there's STDs that are incurable? Do you know that there is shit that will take your life away? Do you give a fuck so much less about your life that you just let somebody just go raw deep in you like that, girl? Bye. You are telling this man, my pussy ain't worth shit. That's what you telling that man. I ain't worth a motherfucking thing. Men will treat you based upon the way you carry yourself. You know that, right? Understand, what you put out there is what you're going to get. You out here saying that you fast when you're moving quick. You're not even letting this man fight for your shit. You just out here giving it. Just because. Because I'm so thirsty for attention, because I got daddy issues and I want to be loved. No, fuck all that. Fuck all that. No. You're going to come right by me. You're going to woo me. You know what I'm saying? You're going to take care of me the way you need to. You're going to show me that you are worth me making you into my king. Because not anybody can sit next to you. You know what I mean? A real empress would never allow a bum to stand next to her. That's what the fuck you're not going to do. You're going to start loving yourselves. Start giving yourself importance. And those that don't stay are not supposed to stay. Who gives a fuck? There's some y'all be into like this like thirsty energy, and where y'all feel like you don't deserve more than. If I don't deserve more than, then I shouldn't be dating. I'm sorry. I need to work on myself. My self-esteem is off, or some shit ain't right. Straight up. I deserve everything. I deserve a castle. I deserve a good king next to me. But you cannot have that if you out here dealing with bums and allowing these feminine weirdos to tell you how they're going to treat you, to make you the man. You out here not having no financial security, and you out here worried about it. You know what I'm saying? You got these little boys putting passwords on their phone and being all sneaky, talking in the bathrooms, running outside and having conversations. But y'all didn't take the time to vet this bum. You thought it was cool that he had 7 kids. Remember that? So why is you getting mad at the fact that he's fucking one of his baby mamas when you sat there and you became baby mama number 8? You didn't love yourself enough to say, this ain't what I want. Shit. It is not the same thing if a man has a kid with a woman and all of a sudden you find out the mother is deceased and that's why he's got his kids. That is not the same thing. Why did you not marry your first baby mama that you got 3 kids with? That's a question, bro. Why is you single? What happened here? And yeah, men will always try to slander women, just like women slander men. That's known. But at the end of the day, you ain't stupid. You got common sense. You know what's up. You know what's up. You want to play dumb, you're going to be dumb in the end. Because you're going to end up with children that you don't need to have from this bum. He ain't going to take care of them, just like he ain't taking care of his other kids. You know what I'm saying? And you're going to be the fucking joke. Because when he sees the woman that he really wants to marry, you're going to be one of the other baby mamas standing your ass in line while he goes marry his wife. And y'all all sat there like fucking idiots just because you popped your coochie and couldn't protect yourself, fucking popping babies out because you want to fucking trap a guy. Don't tell me y'all ain't trying to trap a guy. You definitely are. You having a child with a man that you know damn well is not providing for his own. Why would I have a kid for a man that cannot provide for his kids? And don't tell me, oh, well, you know, there's men that do provide for their kids. No, the fuck they don't. No, the fuck they don't. A man that provides for his children is providing for that woman. Let me tell you, once a man has to actually fully provide for his woman and his children, he's not going to leave that woman because he knows he's putting money into that. He's putting the effort into that woman. Therefore, you're not going to be baby mama number 7. You're not even going to be baby mama number 2. He's going to stay with his woman because he's investing in that woman. He's invested not only time, money, feelings, kids. He ain't going to do that. It's only the bums that like to sling dick and jump from bitch to bitch to bitch to bitch that turn around and fucking have multiple kids. It is not the same thing as a woman. Trust me. It is definitely completely different. Okay? And I don't care about half of y'all sit here like acting like y'all are fucking weirdos. Oh, we in 2024. Well, that's why you where you at, sweetie. Because your mentality is fucking brainwashed. That's why you where you at. Because you ain't thinking with your head. You ain't thinking with logic. I don't give a fuck what year you on. A man is a provider. A woman is a nurturer. What the fuck don't y'all understand? Men are supposed to provide for you. There are plenty of people out here that are still doing this. But y'all are acting like y'all are clueless and shit. Y'all want to be so independent so you can sit here and cry about the fact that you got to go to work every day and how you got to get a babysitter and you can't find one and how you got to do this and how you got to do that and how you got all this stress. But you caused that for yourself, love. You did that to yourself. So don't cry wolf and don't cry to get pity from people when you set that in motion, bro. Take care of what you need to take care of and make the necessary movements so that you don't find yourself crying later on over this dumb shit. Because if you find the right man, you don't got to worry about none of that. You don't. You don't. Some of us, we don't have an option. We get with someone, they're all right. Then all of a sudden we find out these motherfuckers got mad mental health problems. There's nothing you could do about that. You got to walk away from certain things. You can't be with people that want to kill you because they got mental health problems, or people that, you know what I'm saying, want you today and then tomorrow they don't want you because they got bipolar disorder. Like, that's some other shit. We're not talking about mental health. We talking about these men that are perfectly fine, that want to be feminine and want to pop dick out here with multiple pussies. And y'all are sitting there like dumbass bitches at home tolerating that. Tolerating this motherfucker putting you in a third party because y'all simply couldn't do something so fucking simple as a vetting, a screening questionnaire. You couldn't set boundaries apparently because you was afraid that they was going to run off. So then run off. The fuck? I don't got no attachment to you. I don't even know you. You could be a psychopath, a serial killer. I don't know what the fuck you are. I don't know you from a hole in the wall. It ain't gonna hurt me that much that you leave. I may be like, damn, he was fine, but that's okay. I don't have nothing invested in you. Come on now, ladies. I'll catch you on the next one. Don't forget to hit that like button, y'all. Ciao.